This is the final lesson of Module 4, and I want to leave us with a sobering shift in thinking. We're talking about teaching. In this lesson, we're going to discover a shift in our thinking, and we're going to talk again about shaping the culture. You'll see as we go through this lesson that everyone on the team can glean a valuable lesson here, but I want to focus in on worship leaders. James 3 verse 1 warns that teachers receive a stricter judgment. I'm not sure what that judgment will be. There's probably some theology students out there listening to this that can fill us in. But I always consider this scripture when I get up to lead worship. A large part of what we do as worship leaders is teaching. We're demonstrating what worship is. We're guiding people on a journey of discovering more of who God is as well. We're reminding them of reasons to praise and worship God for who He is and what He's done. And that's just on a Sunday. On other days of the week, we're meeting with our bands and other team members to rehearse the songs and build the team. One of the most important shifts in thinking that I made was to consider myself a teacher. It's one of the reasons I put this course together. That's not to say that I know everything and have nothing more to learn, far from it. But I'm more aware of my words and my actions, and that I have people around me, on my team and in my church, that are being influenced and shaped by what I say and do all the time. It's par for the course if you're a leader. People are watching your every move, even when you're not on. In so many churches, the time set aside for worship is almost as much time as is set aside for the sermon. Consider that for a moment. You get as much time to shape the beliefs of those gathered on a Sunday as the preacher does. Some may argue that it's not our role to teach, and that should be left to the pastor or whoever's preaching on the day, and there's some truth to that. You're not there to preach, but your voice is the first one that they're going to hear. The crowd is learning something from you. They're watching you for 30 minutes every Sunday. They're listening to what you say. What will you say to guide them on the worship journey? Not just for today, but in their everyday walk with God. The point is that people are learning something from you. Make sure that you're up for the responsibility of teaching. Think beyond just Sunday. Consider that the lessons that people learn on a Sunday during worship affect other aspects of church life too. This is how the culture of the church is shaped. You have a part to play in reinforcing and shaping that culture. You're not there to preach, but you have a role to play beyond leading the songs. Songs are also a great way to teach truth. Often people are humming that new song that you sung long after they've forgotten the second point of the sermon. Songs have been used for centuries as a tool to reinforce and communicate beliefs. When choosing your songs, consider your choices through the lens of teaching. What will people learn today about God through the songs that you've selected? In this lesson, we've covered shifting our thinking and considering ourselves as teachers, and shaping the culture through our leading. To be an effective worship leader, we need to accept that responsibility of being a teacher. The personal application here is to reflect on your role as a teacher. What are people learning from you in your leading? What are people learning about God through the songs that you choose? Are you up for the responsibility of teaching? If so, seeing yourself as a teacher adds another dimension of purpose to all that we've discussed in this course and takes your worship leading up a level. In our next and final module, we're talking about the presence of God. I'll see you there.